here. Here becomes 0. Sorry, the screen is what almost made that mistake, but 10 is there. Then, which means here has what gone. We come to this side, 2 still remains. What is the next node towards this? If we allocate 30 from here, remains what 10. We put in that 30 here. These people will have satisfied their own, so there's no longer what a demand. The only thing left now is what 25, which need 10. So if you remove this 10, here is 0, and we'll put that 10 here. Then that is it under what it's. Then we are looking for the total cost for each. So here becomes total cost equals to. Now we can call it C11, C12, C13, C14, C21, C22, C23, C24, C31, C32, C33, C34. You get the idea. The more it expands, the more the number is. But we can just go shortly because exam will not have time. And look at the one with 2 numbers and times them. Then put plus as their result. So the first thing is 50 times 21 plus. We go to the next one, 60 times 18. We go to the next one. Okay. 60 times 18, 10 times 25, right? We go to the next one, 30 times 28, and the next one is already 10 times 25. So if we do this, I think we should have 1050 plus 1080 plus 250 plus 840 plus another 250, which if you check very well, our total cost will actually be 3,470. That is just the first one. Now, using the same thing, using the Northwest, the least cost method, we are looking for it using what's the smallest. So the smallest, the least of the cost, because all these are costs. Remember the word total cost. So if we do least cost, okay, no time to write everything. So here it becomes again, right? A, B, and what? C. And we still have what? X, Y, W, and what? Z. So if we do this, remember we still have our 21, 18, 27, 22, and this part in our supply, we still have 50. Here we still have 19, 18, 24, and 20. Remember, transportation model, a model that helps us know how to allocate our stuff if we are the delivery vehicle of that thing in that company. 24. Oh shit. Remember, we are supposed to make them routes, okay? So I assume I've done a mistake. So you just try to keep up with me. 24, 19, right? 21, 18, 25, right? Then the next thing, 27, 24, and 28. And finally we have 22, right? 20 and 25. So if you look at the other side of it, what do we have? 50, 70, 30, and what? 10. So if we do this magic, this is what we are going to do now. Remember the smallest of what? The numbers. So let's look at the smallest. The smallest is actually 18. And we have to start from the first side. Let's start allocation from first. How will it first go third like that or second? So the smallest from the first side, we have 27, 18, 27, 21, and 22. Okay, man. So if we do it, the smallest is actually this. So what can we do? Allocate 50, right? So if we remove the whole 50, here becomes 0. Why am I removing the whole 50? Because it needs 70. So we'll put in that 50 here, and they'll still even need 2 remaining. So what happens? But if we have allocated, what happens? It means here is gone, and here is gone. Which means now we're looking for the smallest in this. The smallest is this is still 18, right? The second part is still 18 because the first part is gone, right? So put in what do we need to satisfy? 70, but they have 60. So if we move from that 60, here we have 40. If we move 20 here, and we'll put that 20 here. Because remember, here was many 50 before and 20 before. One allocated that 50. If we put it here, it becomes what? 0. Remember, one allocated 50, it was many 20. So now if we allocate this 20, it becomes what? Is 0. So we come to the next part. Now this has gone. This place is still 40, but yes, we no longer was qualified because here has become what? 0 in this column. So this column is gone. This side can still be allocated. So now where is the smallest in this 32nd side? Is 19. So we come to that side and we'll put what? 40 there. So if we put 40, here becomes 0, and here that need 50 was satisfied to remain what? 10. Not totally satisfied. We are not true. Now that we are through with this side, because here just becomes 0, it means this 24 can go, this 25 can go. We come to the next place. Here is this. So they have paid that 20 to you. Never I paid that 20k. I never see pay me my own. No. Then next we have 24. So if we check now, we have 50, right? If we do this, right, because if you check now, the lowest inside this 3 is what, 24. Inside this 3 is 24. If we put, it means here that remain 10 will allocate. Here remains what, 40. And we'll give 10 to this, which means here becomes 0. We come to the next place. The least inside 28 and 25 is 25. If we remove, here becomes 30. Here becomes 10. And if we put, here becomes 0. The remaining 30, this is the only thing remaining by default. Because anything that have two sides or anything that have star is gone, right? So if we put here becomes 0, we satisfy that 30. And this is becoming what, 0. Then we calculate for that total cost. Here becomes total cost equals to, right? We look for the one or two numbers again to make it quick. If not, we can do the